2. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Sons of Sequoia podcast, episode number 20.
SoS number 20. Here we go.
It is our 20th episode. It's Wednesday. It's the first day of Lent. And so that means that yesterday was Mardi Gras. We filmed these in the morning. Neither of us are hungover. But I did do something for Mardi Gras yesterday. I think I told you about it. A little wild and crazy. It was 9 o'clock at night, and I thought, if this were real Mardi Gras, I might be somewhere. I might be at a bar with friends. I might be drinking, but we're in the middle of a global pandemic. So I said, I gotta celebrate Mardi Gras in some way. Maybe I should eat some Louisiana food. But I don't know anywhere to get Louisiana food except for Popeyes, Louisiana Kitchen, chicken and biscuits. So around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock last night, I went there. Got myself a chicken sandwich, some red beans and rice, a little macaroni and cheese. Ate the whole thing. I'd already had dinner. And then I immediately went to sleep right afterward.
I started to say, I bet you slept well.
I slept so well. Now, there's this orthodoxy, and I'm sure they're right, but they say don't eat a huge meal before you go to bed. I think it's a consensus among nutritionists and probably medical professionals. They'll tell you, don't eat a giant fried chicken sandwich and macaroni and cheese just minutes before going to bed. But that's what I did yesterday. It tasted good. I slept well. So, what does that tell you?
You will sleep well. I tell you, when I eat just before I go to bed, unless you overeat, but if you eat good food, oh man, you feel so good. You go to sleep. I sleep really well. And sometimes when I can't sleep, I'll get up and eat something. I'll go right to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. Or drink a big glass of water. Just have your stomach full.
Yeah, probably is not. I'm sure there's reasons why it's not good for you, and you shouldn't do it. But it sure feels good. You sure sleep good.
I gotta say though, I feel better this morning at 9 a.m. as we start the podcast, more awake and alert and capable than I would have had I gone out to the bars with my friends.
Yep.
So what does that tell you? Maybe it's bad for you, but it's not as bad as other things.
Yeah, there's other things that are worse, that's for sure. And you only live once. You got to go for the gusto and just enjoy life.
Amen. So, speaking of food, chicken sandwiches, we're going back to our bracket fights for our Wednesday episode.
Yay!
Are you excited to do another bracket fight?
Yeah, we'll do another bracket fight.
Last week we did animals, and the animal that came out victorious was the beaver. Right?
Right. The industrious little beaver.
Of course, not all animals were represented in that bracket fight. Most sandwiches that I can think of are represented in this bracket fight. Today we're going to be doing the Encyclopedia of Sandwiches bracket fight. Do you have yours pulled up?
I got mine pulled up.
All right. So I love sandwiches. Do you love sandwiches?
Oh, yeah, I do.
It's one of my favorite things to eat, for sure. It's just a meal on a bun. And
it is.
We had sandwiches for dinner last night.
We did. They were delicious.
Hickory baked ham. Shout out to Hickory Baked Ham, Wheat Ridge, Colorado.
Oh, some of the best sandwiches you can buy in western Denver area, Wheat Ridge, Colorado. They're in Wadsworth, just north of 38th and Wadsworth, on the west side of Wadsworth. Great sandwiches. Shout out. Just a free plug.
Yep.
Right, David?
Yeah, they're some of my favorite sandwiches in the world. But this is just going to be taking the generic version of sandwiches. I think they're taken from the Encyclopedia of Sandwiches. Should we get started with our first bracket fight?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, this is a pretty heavy hitter for a first round. Italian sub versus pulled pork.
Yeah, because they're both really good.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I love Italian subs and I love pulled pork. This is a very tough one to start off with. Where was your head at with this matchup?
Well, again, both of them are great. But what I think of is that why do I like both of them? And I like them for different reasons. And I guess in my experience, the most enjoyable. I don't have pulled pork all the time, and so when I do eat it, it is so good,
Mm-hmm.
especially with in Idaho Springs. What's the name of that place?
Smoking Yard.
Smoking Yard Barbecue with they have pulled pork. It is with a bunch of barbecue. They have three different kind of barbecue sauce. That tastes good. But Italian sub, man, from Vinola's
Yeah.
in Colorado are uh, anyway. They're both very very good. But I know which one I'm going to pick.
I know which one I'm going to pick too. Everywhere has an Italian sub. Subway has one. Vinola's is pretty good, but it won't knock your socks off. Jersey Mike's, Jimmy John's. They all have Italian subs, but they don't all have pulled pork.
That's right. It's
Uh,
harder to do.
it's harder to do, and pulled pork is delicious. Like you said, you have it less often, so it's more of a treat. I'm going with pulled pork.
I'm going with pulled pork too.
That's not to say I don't love Italian subs, but
Okay.
ooh,
Uh,
this one is not hard for me because you know that one of my favorite sandwiches is one of these two.
me too. I have it a lot, and it's so good. But the type I have is really good.
Hmm. Now
I think
a caprese is like a panini with mozzarella, tomato, basil, and olive oil. That sounds absolutely delicious to me.
it is delicious.
I would eat that until the cows come home.
Me
But
too.
one of my favorite sandwiches in the world is a bagel with lox.
Yeah, me too. I love it. The with the cream sheets, onion, tomato. Just me too.
Um, this place is out of business, but back when I used to work in Uptown Denver on Capitol Hill, basically, there's a place called Bump and Grind, and it was a homosexual themed breakfast restaurant, and they had the best bagel and lox. So
Mm,
I go there all the time, and I haven't found one that quite compares to that. I mean, in New York, I would go to the deli when I would visit New York, my friends in New York, and those were very good as well. Uh,
mhm.
but yeah, it's just a great sandwich. Great breakfast. You eat a little smoked salmon, some cream cheese, some capers, tomato, a little red onion, and a bagel. You're good to go for the day.
You
So,
do feel really good all day long.
is that the obvious winner?
For me, it is Bagel and Lox.
Bagel with lox. That might be my tournament winner, to be honest. Ooh,
Ooh,
these
French dip and Italian beef.
these are very similar, wouldn't you say?
They are very similar.
Now, I've had Italian beef. There's a place on Colfax in Colorado, basically right across the street from Casa Bonita called Chicago. Do you know that place?
I've seen it. I've never been there.
Okay, they have a decent Italian beef. I had a when Laura and I were driving across country. The last time I had an Italian beef, we were driving through. Well, we drove through Indiana, North Indiana, and Chicago was just to our north. Then we got into Ohio and we stopped for food, and they had an Italian beef. And the Italian beef sandwich is, I think, very closely associated with Chicago. So I said, we're so close, I'll get an Italian beef. And it was gigantic. It wasn't that great, but I was so full on the rest of the car ride for that day. Um, but I guess here's what I'm going to say. The Italian beef is good. It's fine. But mom used to make French dip.
Uh-huh.
And that's why they're very similar. But because mom never made Italian beef sandwiches, I'm going with French dip.
I'm going with French dip too because I like to dip things.
Yeah, it's true. You like soggy food.
I do, and I grew up dipping.
Like, what did you tell your dad about for sopping?
Oh, I was eating. What was I doing? Oh, I was eating something, and my dad says, "Are you going to eat your gravy?" I said, "Oh, I got to save some for sopping when I'm done.
Yeah, you wanted to sop your bread in the gravy.
Sop my bread in the gravy so I wouldn't eat all my gravy when I ate my meat." Okay, I'm doing French dip too.
Nice. This one's a
Ooh,
no-brainer for me.
a turkey club and a bologna sandwich with mustard. Yeah. Where's the contest there?
This is no
Tur-
contest.
yeah, turkey club with lettuce. Actually, we should probably read these things off.
Oh
The
yeah,
turkey club with turkey, lettuce, tomato, bacon, mayo, and then the other is bologna sandwich with mustard
yeah. This isn't
and
really
probably
a
cheese.
this isn't really a fair fight.
No, that's turkey club, right, David?
Yes, and when I think of sandwiches, I think of a turkey club. Like if I pictured a sandwich in my mind, it would look like a turkey club.
Well, but bologna sandwich. I don't know. I don't think you did, but I know when I was young, uh, I would always have bologna sandwich for lunch when I was at school
Hmm.
because bologna was easy. It kept. It was easy to eat. Tasted fine. It's a good sandwich. I wouldn't put it down. But turkey club is more like a whole meal.
Yeah.
There's stuff on it and bacon on it. Everything's better with bacon.
Well, turkey club is up there with bagel and lox as one of my favorite sandwiches. So I
It's
kind of
pretty
feel
good.
like the left side of the bracket's got a lot of heavy hitters. Pulled
Yeah,
pork sandwich, bagel and lox, turkey club.
yeah,
Those are those should be the number one seeds. But yeah,
yeah. But those three are good for me for different reasons, and so we'll see when they come together.
yeah.
But I'm picking Turkey Club.
I'm picking turkey club.
We're about the same so far, I
We,
think.
I think we're exactly the same. Huh?
Oh, a second round?
Oh, the matchup mode is a little weird. So because the bracket, oh, yeah, we'll have to go. Yeah.
We have a pulled pork and bagel with lox again.
Oh my goodness, this is a tough one for me.
That was so soon. They came up so soon. Pulled pork shoulder, barbecue sauce, coleslaw.
So do you see this left hand
Versus,
side of the screen?
yeah.
They added an extra round that wasn't full. See what I mean?
Oh, we're doing the top round, then we're doing the bottom round.
Yeah. Now this is like those were like the play-in games.
So it's not 2 rounds, it's 4 rounds.
Well, this is a round,
Yeah.
and now they're all on the same like level in
Yeah,
the
but look,
bracket.
yeah, but if you go up and down, look, there's not 2 rounds to the middle, there's 4 rounds.
Uh huh.
Two rounds on each side, and then 1 round to the middle.
Yeah.
Or 2 rounds to the middle.
So
See,
this is a tough one. Pulled pork
it is
versus
a tough
bagel and
one.
lox.
It's a very tough one. But uh I guess yeah, I guess I want to have to pick mine for I have to think of reasons why I pick it, but I think I'll pick one of them.
I'm gonna pick bagel with lox because it's literally one of my favorite sandwiches of all time.
Well, I'm going to pick Bagel and Lox because when I eat it, I feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Pulled pork is like a specialty. Uh, it's like an award winning. I mean, it's like a special occasion, you know.
Yeah.
But bagel with lox makes me feel so good after I eat it. It's just bagel, cream cheese, smoked salmon, red onion, tomato, capers. It's really good. I'm going with bagel and lox.
They don't say capers on the description, but I think capers
Uh,
really tie
uh,
it together.
I like capers with bagel and lox, not on everything. See, now we're going back to French dip and turkey club.
Now this one's easy for me too. Well, this one's easier than pulled pork versus smoked salmon because I love turkey clubs.
Well, to me, with pulled pork and bagel and lox, it doesn't bother me picking bagel and lox, but I feel bad about not picking pulled pork
Yeah.
because it's so good. But this one is a little easier. You're right. French dip versus roast beef dipped in beef juice and turkey club. Turkey, lettuce, tomato, bacon, mayo. I'm picking turkey club.
I'm picking turkey club. Remember, before COVID, we would eat at Denny's, and I would get the turkey club basically every time we would go there. It was my favorite thing there. And the reason why is because turkey clubs are delicious.
They are.
So moving on. So we got past this initial play-in round on the left
Oh,
side.
okay.
And if you look on the right side, there's a little play-in round too.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, turkey club. Ooh.
Okay, now then, a po' boy sandwich, fried seafood, lettuce, tomato, pickles, mayo, hot sauce, and a Cubano. Ham, pork, Swiss cheese, pickles, mustard. Oh my goodness, they both sound just so good.
They do. The only thing for me, of course, I say this after having eaten a fried chicken sandwich at 10 o'clock at the night yesterday, is that a lot of times when you have fried meat in a sandwich, it dries it out for me a little too much.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Did you lose your
But
playback mode?
no,
Oh,
no, I'm moving things around so I can. So I'm not looking over here all the time. I'm looking more toward you guys.
yeah. 'Cause-
Okay. I look okay, don't I?
yeah, you look fine.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I put.
this matchup, these two are neither of these two are my favorite. I mean, I would eat them for sure. Don't get me wrong, but they're not at the top of my list of favorite sandwiches.
I mean, neither. I don't eat these that much. These are not on my preferred diet list.
Now,
But
also, we don't have any place around here because there's a Cuban restaurant near your house and my house called El Bojillo, and I've gotten their Cubano, and it's a little too bready for me. You know, I like a, a good distribution of meat and cheese and toppings and bread. This was too bready. Now, I haven't had a po' boy in a long time because we just don't have. I feel like we don't have any place here in Denver that serves po' boys that I know of.
me neither. I don't think I've had a po' boy. When we were in Boston, we've had lobster rolls, but not. I don't think I remember having a po' boy.
I think po' boys are Louisiana. They're Southern cuisine.
The Southern cuisine. Well, I'm going to pick Cubano.
Me too. Just
Sa-
because I'm more familiar with it.
Yeah.
I like
Oh,
how there's ham and pork.
me too.
Ooh. Okay, I
Wha-
think
Wow.
we have tonkatsu, which is fried pork chop, mayo, and tonkatsu sauce. And if you can see the picture, if you're listening to the audio of this, it looks like a layer cake, doesn't it?
It does.
And then there's the Mexican torta, steak, beans, lettuce, tomato, avocado, and cotija cheese. Now, I've never had a tonkatsu sandwich. And I've had plenty of tortas because we have delicious Mexican food here in Colorado.
Yeah, really good stuff.
So, no disrespect to the tonkatsu, but I'm going to have to choose a torta because I've never had a tonkatsu.
What torta is Mexican or Spanish?
It's Mexican.
What is Mexican? What's tonkatsu?
I don't know for sure, but based upon
Japanese?
the name, it seems Japanese.
Japanese. Yeah, it looks really good. They both look good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take the torta.
Because we actually have tortas here.
Yeah, I don't remember having one, but it looks really good. Steak, beans. Looks like it's refried beans.
Yeah, I think so.
Which I love refried beans. Oh,
Torta.
anyway,
It's fun to say.
torta,
Torta. I guess
torta,
tonkatsu is fun to say too. All right.
tonkatsu.
Or on the next round. This is a tough one, but I think I know my answer.
Well, yeah, I have a. Oh, wow. Roast beef, thinly sliced beef, barbecue sauce, or horseradish versus a lobster roll, lobster meat, mayonnaise, and celery. You know, I, well, there's a lemon on there too.
Hmm.
But the thing of it is that I know from our experience, this is kind of biased because when we were in Boston, we had lobster rolls. They were so good.
Yeah,
Where's
shout out to Steamers in Newton, Massachusetts.
Steamers in Newton, Massachusetts? You guys do it right, man.
Um, so Newton is a very affluent neighborhood. Apparently, a lot of the Boston Red Sox live in Newton. It's a suburb to the west of Boston proper. And
Uh-huh.
they have it's just like a little walk-in. It's not fancy, right? Steamers.
No, it's just they focus on having the best lobster rolls you'll ever eat in your life.
And apparently a lot of the Red Sox players go there to get lobster rolls because they're just so delicious.
And they're
Now,
really nice people too, right, David?
uh-huh.
Really nice. And across the street,
There's a pastry shop that's delicious also.
yeah, what's the name of that?
It's called Anton's Pastry Shop.
Anton's Pastry. Oh my goodness, you walk in there and your mouth waters. Those are right in there in Newton.
Newton,
Those are two great.
Mass.
Newton, Mass.
That's why I think it's
Okay.
good to. That's why it's good to travel. See, do you
Oh
think
yeah.
we would have the same love for the lobster roll had we never stayed in Newton, Mass, and found that place?
No, you're not going to get that kind of lobster roll. At least I haven't seen it here in Denver.
No, you won't. There's no way.
I don't see that in Denver. But oh my goodness, at steamers, uh, they they load you up, and oh, it tastes so good.
It looks a lot like the picture too.
It does. It does. And they give you a lot of lobster on the roll.
Hmm.
It's pretty darn good. I'm going for lobster roll.
Me too. I love lobster rolls. They're delicious.
Click.
Boom. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
You love
Fried.
both of these, right?
I like both of these. I really do. This is another hard one. Fried chicken breast, lettuce, tomato, which is really good. And you mentioned Popeyes. They have a good fried chicken sandwich.
Popeyes has the best fast food fried chicken sandwich I've ever had.
It's really good. It's really good. They do a good job. But that's versus a BLT, a bacon, lettuce, tomato with mayo.
Now you love
Uh,
BLTs.
I love BLTs. When we go to Denny's, I'd get a BLT all the time.
Um, so I like BLTs too, and I think they're a good sandwich. The only thing is, I would add turkey or avocado. The BLT in its native form, I think it needs a little something. Fried chicken sandwich from Popeyes, it doesn't need anything.
BLTAT, bacon,
BL,
lettuce, tomato, avocado,
avocado
and turkey.
yeah, the bell tat.
BLTAT. Dave's BLTAT. Okay, who's going to come up with that? Have a premium price because it's the best sandwich you'll ever. Well, there's only bacon, lettuce, tomato with mayo in there, but and I love fried chicken, I gotta say, but I'm gonna go with BLT this time.
You're going with BLT? I think
I am.
we're differing.
Okay, we're differing.
I left my house last night. I was warm. I had my PJs on. I'd been home for hours. And I left my house to get a fried chicken sandwich. That's how much I love them. So I gotta go fried chicken sandwich.
All right. Okay, we'll switch here. I want to go BLT. I mean, we're dividing here.
That's our
I'll go
first.
BLT.
That's the first one we haven't agreed on.
I know and I love the chicken because Popeye's chicken is just so good. But I have more of a history
Mm-hmm.
with the BLT. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, tuna melt, tuna salad, and cheese,
Mm-hmm.
which is good, really good. Well, looks like it's on toast.
Yeah.
And versus what is that,
A croque monsieur.
Monsieur?
So it's ham
Before-
and Gruyere
Oh,
cheese, and there's a bechamel sauce, which is like a. Let's Google it. Let's Google bechamel sauce. I think it's like a white cheese.
croque Monsieur. Did I say that right?
Yep. Bechamel sauce made from a white roux and milk.
That looks so good. Oh my goodness.
So it's like a cream gravy on top of a ham and Gruyere sandwich with Dijon mustard.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting that. It looks really, really good.
I'm not sure I've ever had a croque monsieur,
I've never had one. If I did, I didn't know what it was.
but
But it looks good. Whoa.
I will say the tuna melt never was my thing. I don't
Oh, really?
like fish and cheese, unless it's bagel and lox with cream cheese. Not a big fan of, tuna with melted cheese. It just something's a little off about that for me. So I've never had a croque monsieur, but looking at the picture and reading the description, I think I would like it. So
Well, okay.
I'm going with croque monsieur.
Oh, okay. Well, this is a hard one for me because the croque monsieur looks really, really good. Uh, I'm tempted, but tuna melt. I like tuna. I used to eat a lot of tuna. I like tuna, like cheese, and tuna salad too. I like just tuna on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's really tough. This is tough for me because I've never had a croque monsieur. I, I'm just going to go with what I'm used to. I'm going to go with the tuna melt.
So we split again. That's two in the
Split
first
again.
round.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh, whoa.
I have had both of these.
A Reuben corned beef Swiss cheese sauerkraut Russian dressing versus Monte Cristo ham turkey Swiss cheese fried and served with jam. I've had both of these too. They're both delicious.
They were great. When I was a kid, I loved the Monte Cristo.
Uh-huh.
I think it's because I had more of a sweet tooth as a kid. I liked that little jam with the fried sandwich. And it's like, wow, this is sweet and salty. This is delicious. Now, as an adult, I don't really like sweets. And the Reuben has become one of my favorite all-time sandwiches.
Mm-hmm.
What's your experience with these sandwiches?
I still like the jam. I still have a sweet tooth. I still like it. I'm going with a Monte Cristo.
Okay. Well, because the Reuben is probably in my top 5 all-time of sandwiches, the Monte Cristo is probably not even in the top 10. Reuben wins for me.
Okay. I'm not a big fan of sauerkraut,
Ooh.
but I like fried. Okay. Oh, well, here. Oh, now we're coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Bagel with lox and a turkey club.
Yeah, we have the same.
It's gonna be hard.
You know, I think most people would choose the turkey club. Like I said before, turkey club is what you see in your mind's eye when you think of a sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love bagel with lox.
Yeah, me too. I could eat it every day. I'm going with bagel and lox because I'm with you, David. I just love it so much. It's so good. It makes me feel so good when I eat it. It's so good when I eat it. I feel good after I eat it. It's just a super good meal.
Well, I'm surprised that we agree on bagel with lox, just because the turkey club is so beloved. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think the
Mm-hmm.
turkey club is like the closest thing in sandwich form to like a hamburger. You know, it's the sandwich. But I choose bagel and lox.
I'm choosing bagel and lox too.
Oh, look at this. We got a Hispanic
Aha.
showdown.
Cubano and torta.
I
Yeah,
have
we have the same too.
I have a philosophy here. You can get really good tortas in Denver. You can get them from Rallyberto's has
Yeah.
decent tortas. But do you remember El Alamo? It's out of business now.
Oh yeah, I was in there.
So they had tortas there, and that was a bakery too, you know? It was a
Mm-hmm.
bakery and a restaurant. So they had the bread on. A lot of times with sandwiches, it's like, how good is the bread, you know? And they had
Yep.
great tortas in there. But I feel like I've never really had a great Cubano. I feel like there's more potential for a great Cubano to be great than for a great torta to be great. I've had a good Cubano, just never a great one. And I think that because that combination, the pickles, mustard, Swiss cheese, ham, and pork, I know it could be great. I'm going to choose a Cubano.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
What about you?
Well, I'm just going to go with the torta
Mm.
because the avocado, tomato, lettuce, steak, beans. I just like Mexican food, Spanish food.
And you like
I
beef
just like
sandwiches. You like hamburgers. And
I like hamburgers. I like beef. Yeah,
I'm going
I grew up with
Cubano.
hamburgers. I'm going with the torta.
Ooh, this is a tough one for me.
Lobster roll versus the BLT. Two
Okay.
classics.
I have lobster roll versus fried chicken.
See, I have a lobster roll versus BLT.
Now, this sort of gets back to where we were in the first showdown of the day. Italian sub versus pulled pork. I kind of feel like in this instance, my fried chicken, your BLT, is like the Italian sub.
Hmm.
And the lobster roll is like the pulled pork. I can go right now and get a delicious fried chicken sandwich. I can go find a delicious BLT. I'd be hard pressed to go out and find a good lobster roll here in Colorado today.
Hmm.
So it's like, do you choose the lobster roll because of its rarity, or do you choose the BLT or fried chicken because you can get one today? It's, you know, and it will satisfy you today. I don't know if I could find a lobster roll that would satisfy my lobster roll craving if I wanted to. What are your thoughts?
Good point. I agree with what you're saying, and I understand that. But on the other hand, if you had the choice in front of you, lobster roll versus BLT, which we do, then which one would you pick? Well, it depends on where they came from and who made them.
Mm-hmm.
You can have a good and bad any sandwich, but a good lobster roll and a good BLT, I'd pick lobster roll.
Me too. I think that's a good way to say it. The ideal version of this sandwich, which one would you pick?
Mm-hmm.
I would pick the lobster roll.
Me too. Me too. It's so good.
So we're agreed?
Yep, I'm picking lobster roll.
Ooh, this one's easy for me.
Yeah, me too.
What do
Tuna
you-
Melt. Tuna Melt versus Monte Cristo. I'm going to go
Oh.
with Monte Cristo still.
I'm going to go with Reuben. I have Croque Monsieur. So we're totally different on this side of the bracket.
Oh, totally different. Yeah.
Croque Monsieur versus Reuben. I'm going to choose Reuben.
Okay. Mine's Tuna Melt versus Monte Cristo. I'm going Monte Cristo because I do like the fried nature of that thing because I grew up eating fried food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing Monte Cristo. You're doing Reuben.
I think there's something kind of cool about frying a sandwich. And then I remember when I was a kid, they dust it with powdered sugar. So it's like a ham and cheese sandwich dusted with powdered sugar that you dip in jelly. I don't know. It's pretty.
It's more like it's close to a dessert.
Mm-hmm.
The Monte Cristo when we were young. I'm picking Monte Cristo.
All right, we're back at the top of the bracket.
Oh man, I got a Bagel and Lox.
Uh-huh.
And you have Cubano, I have torta.
This one's easy for me. I feel like they had an easy part of the bracket, the Cubano versus the po' boy versus the torta. Not my favorite. Now, I can see how this would be an interesting experiment if you lived somewhere like on the Gulf Coast in Florida, and you had a large Cuban community and you had a large Cajun community, and it's like, oh, we have the best po' boys here. And we have the best Cubanos here. Like, that would be like, this is hard. But for me, it's Bagel and Lox all day.
Yeah, me too. Bagel and Lox for me too.
Oh my goodness, this one's tough for me.
Yeah, we both have lobster roll, but my lobster roll is against Monte Cristo, and your lobster roll is against your beloved Reuben.
Reuben.
Yeah.
It's the same argument as last time. I could get a good Reuben, but I can't get a good lobster roll. But if I had a Steamer's lobster roll versus any Reuben, would I choose the lobster roll? I think I would, but I would choose the Reuben more of the time. It's like, are you choosing the home run hitter or the hitter that hits for average?
Uh-huh.
What?
Well, mine's lobster roll and Monte Cristo. The Monte Cristo is good and fried and jam and everything, but I'm going to pick the lobster roll still. I'm picking lobster roll.
I'm going Reuben just because, specifically for my taste, I love the Reuben. And I think it's like an individual thing, you know?
Yep.
Now we're at the finals of the left side of the bracket.
Oh, man. Lobster roll versus Bagel with Lox for me. And Reuben versus Bagel and Lox for you.
Isn't it fascinating that you ended up with 2 seafood sandwiches?
Yeah.
Because
I grew up never eating seafood.
Mm-hmm.
I never had seafood when I was growing up.
And we live in a landlocked state. So seafood, do you think that 2 seafood sandwiches ended up in your finals because seafood is a kind of a luxury here? You think of it as a bit more luxurious than, pulled pork or beef?
Maybe so. But they didn't have hamburger.
No, they didn't. Maybe it's on the other side.
Maybe it's on the other side. Yeah, we're only on the left side. I don't know. I came up with 2. Well, pulled pork is up there with this stuff, but I just remember when I eat Bagel and Lox now all the time, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
When I ate the lobster roll, the 2 or 3 times we had it out there, it was just so good. It just left me with a good memory. Maybe it was a specialty kind of thing.
Yeah, maybe it's
Maybe,
also tied to memory. It's like a good song. Like if you hear a song and it's like you're 14 years old and you're making out with a girl for the first time, you're going to hear that song when you're 40 and be like, I like this song. And it may be a
yeah,
lousy song, but it's just tied to an event in your life that was significant. I think it's the same with sandwiches. If you eat a good sandwich when you're somewhere and it makes an impression on you, you're going to like that sandwich no matter what.
yeah. Like I favor a hamburger and a lumpy malt.
Uh-huh.
That's
So,
how I grew up.
who wins your side of the bracket?
I'm going to go with Bagel and Lox.
Me too. We both choose Bagel and Lox. That's crazy. And I think it's for the same reasons that you've been pointing out. I like Reubens, but I eat a Reuben and I feel like I need to take a shower and a nap. I eat a bagel with lox, I feel like I'm ready to face the day. So, so Bagel and Lox wins the left side.
Now we're on the right side.
Now
Oh
there's
my
some
goodness.
new blood. I know what you're gonna pick. You're not a big fan of the Asian foods, right?
Nah. Banh mi, meat, pickled vegetables. What was that? Cilantro and mayo?
It's delicious. Banh mi's are delicious.
Yeah, I've never had one, I don't think. But a meatball sub. Meatballs, a marinara sauce, and mozzarella.
Banh
You
mi's
know what I'm going with.
banh mi's are. I think I'll go with banh mi. I think we'll switch.
Oh, wow. I'm going with meatball sub.
I eat a meatball sub and just like it's too much for me.
Okay.
Banh mi's are much lighter.
Well, maybe someday when you grow up, you can have one.
Huh. Ooh, two Mediterranean sandwiches.
Oh, falafel pita. Falafel, lettuce, tomato, onion, cucumber, hummus. That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Versus veggie and hummus. Oh, two hummus. Cucumber, tomato, avocado, carrot, sprouts, and hummus.
This is a strange one to put together on the first because they're basically
Kind of,
the same sandwich, right?
they're the same. One's in a pita, one's in a sandwich. So it's kind of the same thing.
I am choosing this. I'm going to move on because this isn't that exciting to me. This matchup.
No, me neither.
I'm choosing falafel pita
I am
because
too.
veggie and hummus is the same thing, but there's hummus also on the falafel pita, and the falafels are deep fried chickpeas, which is what hummus is made out of, but it gives it some texture. So
Yeah.
there's crunchy, and then there's smooth, and then there's the veggies. Got to go with
Uh-huh.
falafel pita.
Yeah, me too.
Ooh,
Bocadillo
I've
and
never
egg salad.
had a bocadillo sandwich.
What is that? What is that? Martin?
Jamon. Jamon is a Spanish ham that is very marbled, and it's prized for its deliciousness.
Wow, hamon, bread rubbed with
Cut tomato.
cut tomato.
So the ham is it's so marbled that they think they can give you just a piece of bread and a little bit of tomato in the ham, and it's juicy because the
Mm-hmm.
ham is like it's like a high quality ham. So really, the bocadillo I think is a sandwich. I've never had one that they're basically saying this ham is so good that we can give you this ham on a piece of bread and it'll be the best sandwich you ever had,
Wow.
as opposed to egg salad. How do you feel about egg salad?
I like egg salad. Chopped boiled eggs, mayonnaise, and lettuce. I like egg salad. See, now I know egg salad. I've never had a bocadillo, so I don't know what it tastes like or how good it is. I've never had it.
Yeah,
So this is not really a fair matchup for me.
I think I'll have to choose egg salad because I've never had a bocadillo either.
Same here. And
Egg
that's not
salad.
really fair. It's not really fair to the bocadillo because if we had one, we'd probably pick it. But
Hmm.
I'm going with egg salad.
Ooh, cucumber tea
Whoa,
sandwiches. You've had cucumber tea sandwiches, haven't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, I have. I've been in England where they do high tea, and they serve you these cucumber sandwiches with your tea.
I've
They're
never
they're,
had one.
they're quite refreshing. It's bread and butter with cucumbers,
Oh, huh.
but you don't like cucumbers.
Not a whole lot. I like pickles, and cucumbers are just,
Raw pickles,
yeah, it just isn't that
but you
much.
you belch them up all day if you eat them.
I don't mind them, but they just, I like them. They don't like me. Versus a Kentucky hot brown. I've
Have,
never had that either.
oh my goodness, it is so good. I kind of want to find a Kentucky restaurant that serves hot browns.
Turkey, bacon, tomato, Mornay sauce.
So Mornay, let's take a look at what Mornay sauce is. It's a bechamel sauce. So again, it's roux with cream with shredded cheese added.
Oh, wow.
So basically, it's a cream gravy with extra cheese worked into the gravy. So do you think that turkey, bacon, and tomato with cream gravy with cheese poured on top of it sounds good?
Yeah.
I want to find the Kentucky Hot Brown in Denver. We don't. I can't give you any recommendations. We can't give our listeners any recommendations about where to get one. But I'm choosing Kentucky Hot Brown. There's just so much more going on.
Well, I've had neither.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had either of these. But when I hear the ingredients, naturally I go with Kentucky hot brown.
Yeah, cucumber tea. You eat it at tea time at 3 or 4 at high tea in England with your little cups of tea, and there's also like little like other pastries, and you feel good. You know, you're ready for dinner. They eat later, 7 or 8. You know, uh, in England, and it's a nice little snack. It's not a meal. Kentucky hot brown. You eat it. By the end, you're sweating, and you feel like you need to take a nap.
They both sound good.
Yeah.
Uh, but the bacon kind of sells it for me. Turkey, bacon, tomato, all that I like.
And it's open faced with just smothered in cheese gravy.
Oh man, yeah.
You'll go for
I'm
that
in.
one?
I'm in. Yeah.
Oh, we're back to the top. You
Oh,
have
that was
meatballs
quick.
because they have another, like they have a short round. You know, there's like a play-in round for the right side.
Okay.
Falafel pita or banh mi, what do you have?
Falafel pita and a meatball sub.
Ooh, I think I know which one you're going to choose.
Yeah, I don't know. You maybe not.
Meatball sub?
No, I'm meatball sub versus falafel pita. I'm going with the falafel pita because I think I like hummus. I like falafel. I like it. I like
I-
that. I feel better with that. I'm going with the falafel pita.
I'm going with falafel pita too against the banh mi just because we have more access to good falafel sandwiches, I think, in Colorado.
Yeah, yeah, they're really good.
Ooh, do you have the same as I do? Egg salad
I have
versus
the
Kentucky?
same. Yep, I got the same as you do.
Now, I egg salad's okay, but it's kind of like I don't know, like the deli is out of everything else, so you end up getting an egg salad sandwich. You know,
Yeah,
you'd
yeah,
you'd get chicken salad or turkey or ham or roast beef or Italian. You'd get all of that before you'd get egg salad. And they go, all we got left is egg salad. They go, oh, okay, I'll take an egg salad sandwich.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah.
Um, Now you've never had a Kentucky hot brown. I have, and I can tell you right now, they're way better than egg salad sandwiches.
Well, I believe you because it sure sounds better. So I'm going with Kentucky hot brown. I've never heard of that actually. So
Oh, we're on
Kentucky
to
hot brown.
a new layer.
Oh wow. Cheesesteak, thinly sliced beef, cheese, onions versus patty melt. Ground beef patty, cheese, uh, caramelized onions. Caramelized onions.
I think you like both of these, right?
I like both of them, yeah.
I'm gonna go with a controversial choice for myself because I have a theory, and people won't like it. But what are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning toward the patty melt.
Me too. And you know why? I always am disappointed when I get a cheesesteak.
Me too.
I'm like, thinly sliced ribeye with cheese and onions? That sounds delicious. And then it's like 99% bread and just like a little bit of ribeye. Now, maybe the people will say you haven't had the right cheesesteak, but that happens everywhere I get a cheesesteak. There's too much bread, not enough steak. Now, the patty melt, because it's ground beef and not thinly sliced ribeye steak, they give you an adequate proportion of beef and cheese to your bread. I think it's that Philadelphia hoagie roll. It's too much bread.
Yep.
So I'm choosing
I agree with you.
I'm choosing patty. I'm sure there's good cheesesteaks out there, but I've yet to find one that would have me coming back.
Yeah, we may have to go to Chicago to have some cheesesteaks out there.
Philly.
Philadelphia, sorry. So yeah, I'm picking Patty Melt.
Patty Melt. Me too. Controversial. People will disagree
Oh,
with us on that. People
yep.
love cheesesteaks, and I'm not one of those people. Um, I've never had a jambon beurre. It looks like it's on a French roll with French ham and butter. Sounds pretty good.
It looks pretty good, yeah. Simple, but it looks good.
Yeah, ham and butter on a French roll. Sounds delicious.
Hmm.
Versus chicken salad.
Chopped chicken, mayo, and celery. Now, I like chicken salad.
I like chicken salad too. The only thing I worry about with chicken salad is why is the deli using that chicken in their chicken salad? Is it because it got too old to sell? It's a good question, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's a fair question. But because I've never had a jambon beurre, I'll go chicken salad. Is that what you're doing too?
I'm going with chicken salad, yeah, because I know it.
I like chicken salad too. Ooh.
Hero and a grilled cheese. Hero, grilled meat, tomato, onion. What does that say?
Tzatziki. That's the Greek cucumber yogurt, the white sauce that they put on a gyro.
Huh, okay.
I
I
love
like it.
I love tzatziki sauce. I love gyros.
Me too.
Here's my issue though. I know that falafel sandwich is still in the running.
Versus grilled cheese. Cheese sandwich fried with butter.
I
Simple grilled cheese.
I love grilled cheese sandwiches, and I know that the falafel pita is still in it. So it's tough to choose a grilled cheese over a gyro, but I'm leaning in that direction.
I kind of am too, because it's simple, but I like cheese, especially with butter on it and toast, and it's just very good. It's lighter. It's not as heavy as a hero, but it's lighter, but it tastes really good.
Also, yeah, because being American, the best grilled cheese is American cheese. That's like a little known fact. And one thing that we do here in America, in the wintertime, you make yourself a grilled cheese and you heat up a can of tomato soup, but it can also be chicken noodle soup. And then you
Chicken
dunk
noodle
the
soup.
grilled cheese in the soup. Best cold weather meal, one of the best cold weather meals that exists.
It's good for you too. It's really good for you. That chicken noodle soup. A lot of people love tomato soup, but chicken noodle soup is just medicinally superior to any other kind of soup, as far as I'm concerned.
So are we going to agree on this?
Yeah, I'm going with grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese, because America. God bless the USA.
Yeah, God bless America. God bless USA.
Ooh.
Classic. Okay, not classic, but the classic is the PB&J, peanut butter and jelly. Peanut. I ate that so much when I was in junior high.
I still eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I like peanut butter and jelly.
I keep jam, Smucker's strawberry jam, and then extra crunchy peanut butter in my pantry, and the jam's obviously in the fridge. And in a pinch, if you like, oh man, I got something to do in 5 minutes, but I need to eat something, and you make yourself a PB&J, you feel good.
Yeah, it's yeah, yep, yeah.
Now
I like peanut
This
butter.
Croque Madame, I've never had a Croque Madame. Have you?
No, but no, I don't think so. If I did, I didn't know it was called that. Croque Madame, but it looks pretty good.
It does look
Ham.
good.
What does that say? Ham. I can't really read it that way.
Bechamel. So that's the cream gravy, basically. It's like a French cream gravy.
Oh, and Gruyere,
That's cheese.
Dijon mustard, and fried egg.
Sounds good.
It sounds great. I mean, if we had those two next to each other, it's kind of like apples and oranges.
I mean, if you gave me the choice between the two, I'd probably eat the Croque Madame. But I've made, probably in 2020, 30 PB&Js. And I've made 0 Croque Madames.
Uh-huh.
So what does that... So I think I'm going to go with PB&J just because I've never had a Croque Madame.
Yeah. Well, this is ham, cheese, mustard, fried egg. That sounds so good to me. I'm going to go with a croque madame
Ooh.
because it sounds good.
Oh, the
I don't
next
like I
one.
like I like PB&J, but this other is
It's more
uh,
of
I
a real sandwich.
well, I like all the ingredients. So I like ham, I like cheese, I like mustard, I like egg, so I'm going with that. Yeah, the next one. Okay.
Mom like
Liverwurst.
Mom like liverwurst sandwiches.
She did. She loved my Kathy. She loved liverwurst.
Now,
Liverwurst, mustard, onions, cucumber, pickles.
now I gotta say, I mean, she may have liked liverwurst, but I feel like this one is no contest.
Versus bacon, egg, and cheese, fried egg, American cheese, and bacon. It looks like it's on a Kaiser roll.
It does, but I love bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches. They may not be good for
Yeah.
you, but they're good. Going down.
Mm-hmm.
This one's easy for me. I'm not standing on sentimentality. I am choosing.
Yeah, I'm going with bacon, egg, and cheese too. Like Kathy loved liverwurst, right?
Mm-hmm.
But growing up, I used to love liver and onions,
Mm-hmm.
and that's very unusual too. But I liver and onions, the onions and the liver, and I just I smother with ketchup. That'd probably make a chef cringe, but I liked it. It was good. But I'm going with bacon, egg, and cheese. Okay, what's next? Ham and
Ooh.
cheese versus Thanksgiving. Wow.
That's turkey with stuffing and cranberry sauce. Sometimes they'll even put a little bit of mashed potatoes and gravy in your sandwich.
Ooh, I've never had a sandwich like that.
There was a place called Deli Zone where I went to college in Boulder, and they had a sandwich called the Gobbler, and it was basically a Thanksgiving sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Versus ham and cheese. Ham, cheese, lettuce, mustard. That's classic.
well, we had ham and cheese sandwiches for dinner last night. Well, I did. You had turkey.
Yeah, I had turkey and cheese and
Um,
lettuce and mayo
and tomato.
and tomatoes. Yep.
And now people love these Thanksgiving sandwiches, but this right side of the bracket, I've been going with simplicity. I actually ordered a ham and cheese sandwich for dinner last night. What does that tell you?
hmm
I'm going ham and cheese. What
I'm
are you
going
going?
ham and cheese. I'm going ham and cheese because it's I can always eat that and really like it. Well, I use turkey and cheese lately now that I'm older, but ham and cheese, turkey and cheese, they're pretty much the same as far as I'm concerned.
Turkey and cheese because of less sodium.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're back up at the top.
Oh, falafel pita versus Kentucky hot brown. Falafel pita with Kentucky hot brown, turkey, bacon, tomato, Mornay sauce with falafel pita, falafel, lettuce, tomato, onion, cucumber, hummus. Both look so good.
Yes. And I think I'm going to choose the one that I've had more. The right side has been all about familiarity to me. I'm choosing the ones that I've had more, basically. So I'm going with falafel pita.
Okay.
What are you
Well,
going with?
I'm going with a Kentucky hot brown because it just sound I love bacon. I like everything everything there. Now, both of these are extremely close to me.
Mm-hmm.
I like the falafel pita because I picked it before, but now I'm going with the bacon now instead of the falafel.
Should we try to make it a goal before the end of February to find a place that serves Kentucky hot browns and buy them?
Sounds good to me.
Okay. We'll find a
Sounds
place. We'll go pick them up and we'll have them for dinner one night.
Oh, that would be great. Kentucky hot brown. See, I'm sure I've never had one. Or if I had one, I didn't know it was called that.
Yeah. We're like, oh man, this piece of bread with bacon and turkey and tomatoes and gravy on it sure tastes good.
Mhm.
I'm going falafel pita.
Okay, I'm going to Kentucky hot brown. Okay, patty melt versus chicken salad. Oh, patty melt versus chicken salad. We both have the same.
Mm-hmm. I know what I'm choosing.
Well, I think I know what I'm choosing, but I also think that what I choose is not going to be the same as what you choose.
I'm choosing the patty melt.
I'm choosing chicken salad
Wow.
because I like chicken salad.
Oh, I have a classic showdown here. You might have a little bit different.
Yeah,
What do you have? I have grilled cheese versus PB&J.
I have grilled cheese versus the Croque Madame.
Ooh. Just moving along quickly. I gotta say grilled cheese. I'll take it
I'm going
over.
to say grilled cheese too. I'm going to pick grilled cheese.
Oh,
Bacon, egg, and cheese. We have the same. Bacon, egg, and cheese versus ham and cheese.
this one's tough.
Boy, this is very similar.
It
And
is.
both look like they're on buns.
Yeah. I think you can't think about the picture. Because like you said, imagine the best lobster roll you ever had.
Uh-huh.
Imagine the best ham and cheese you've ever had, which I had last
hmm
night from Hickory Baked Hams. Delicious ham sandwiches. Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Shout out. Because of Hickory, I'm going ham and cheese.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, both are very, very good. Uh, well, it's hard for me because I like both. Uh, but if I look the difference between bacon and ham, uh, when I was younger, I'd pick ham, but now I'm going to pick bacon. I'm going to say bacon, egg, and cheese.
I think this is the marquee matchup. I think this might win the day too. You know.
Yep.
I have.
Oh, yours are different than mine.
What do you have?
I have Kentucky hot brown versus chicken salad.
Oh, I have falafel pita versus patty melt.
Wow, they're all different. What are you picking?
I'm picking falafel pita into the semifinals.
Over the patty melt?
Yes,
Oh, that's exciting.
I like falafel pitas more than. What are you picking? You have.
See, I have Kentucky hot brown versus chicken salad. Now, I really like chicken salad. I've never had a Kentucky hot brown, but the Kentucky hot brown sounds really good. And, David, if I pick Kentucky hot brown over chicken salad, we have to go out and find one.
We'll have to find a Kentucky hot brown this week sometime.
I'm going to pick Kentucky hot brown.
I'm
That
picking.
means that we have to go out and find one.
I'm picking falafel pita.
Okay. Falafel pitas are really good. Oh, we're coming to the end now. You have grilled cheese versus ham and cheese.
Uh huh.
I have grilled cheese versus bacon, egg, and cheese.
Ooh.
Notice how the cheese is coming to the top here.
Yeah, cheese is delicious.
The cheese will do it to you.
This is easy for me. Like I said before, one of the best sandwiches that you can get in Denver is the ham and cheese on a French roll, warm with everything on it, from Hickory Baked Hams. I'm choosing ham and cheese to go into the semis.
Wow. Well, grilled cheese is a good standby, but I'm picking bacon, egg, and cheese because it has more in it.
Yep. It's like you get bonus.
Yeah.
Now
And I like eggs. I like the eggs too.
now we're here in the semifinals, final four.
Oh, man.
I have falafel pita versus ham and cheese. What's yours?
Kentucky hot brown versus bacon, egg, and cheese.
Ooh. What is
Ooh.
your choice?
Well, between bacon, egg, and cheese, which I really like, Kentucky hot brown, which also has bacon, but the Kentucky hot brown has turkey and tomato and Béarnaise sauce. And so it's kind of like, do I want the Béarnaise sauce for the Kentucky hot brown or the American cheese with a bacon, egg, and cheese? And then I have bacon and egg versus turkey and bacon. I love bacon, egg, and cheese, but I'm going with the Kentucky hot brown.
Oh my goodness.
It sounds so good to me, especially with that Mornay sauce. And I might have one. I may not like it.
Yeah,
You
we'll
know?
have to. I'll get a couple of Kentucky hot browns, and then we'll have to film you eating it and see what you think of it. And then we'll play the clip on the podcast.
Which one are you going with?
I'm going ham and cheese,
Ham and cheese. Okay, I got the Kentucky hot brown and ham and cheese.
and we're at the finals.
Oh, man, yeah. We have the finals. Look at this. We both have Bagel and Lox.
Uh huh.
Yours is ham and cheese. Mine is Kentucky hot brown. I know what I'm going with.
I know what
Now,
I'm going with.
My matchup is Bagel and Lox versus Kentucky hot brown.
My matchup is Bagel and Lox and ham and cheese.
Yeah.
I'm going with. I think it might be my favorite sandwich of all time, Bagel and Lox.
Oh, really?
Uh huh.
I'm going with Bagel and Lox too.
We both chose Bagel and Lox.
because it's so good. So last time we had the beaver, and now we have Bagel and Lox.
That's crazy. I mean, I thought we were very in sync on the left-hand side of the bracket,
Uh-huh.
and then we got out of sync on the right-hand side of the bracket. We have different tastes, but we both enjoy Bagel and Lox sandwich, which isn't
Yeah.
really the most traditional of sandwiches.
No, it's not.
Um,
Pretty darn interesting.
so we're at an hour now, but should I Google Kentucky Hot Brown in Denver?
They really, I never did we even see a hamburger or a cheeseburger?
We didn't see a hamburger or a cheeseburger. That may not be considered a sandwich. I feel like it is a sandwich. Do you feel like a hot dog's a sandwich? Or like a bratwurst? Or a
Or a
sausage
hot dog.
sandwich?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Italian sausage sandwich?
They had a meatball sandwich.
They did.
Just some things that are not in there. I grew up eating hamburgers.
Kentucky
Two
Hot
hamburgers and
Brown,
Olympia malt.
Denver.
Right, David? Two hamburgers and Olympia malt.
2 hamburgers from Joe's Grill?
From Joe's Grill.
I'm sure Joe's Grill is not in business anymore.
I'm sure they're not either. That was a long time ago.
Lodo. Oh, these are sponsored results. The Kentucky Inn. Wow, it's far away. Beatrice and Woodsley. This is a fancy place. This is in Highlands, I think. Oh no, 38 South Broadway. Look at that picture. This looks like the type of place where we should get a hot brown from.
The Post Chicken and Beer, Rosedale. South Broadway.
Wow, everything is far away. Jelly. Jelly. This is on Capitol Hill. They did it justice. It's tough. We don't have
Tupelo honey.
Welton Street Cafe.
That's right, down on Welton. 27th and Welton.
That's right off the highway, basically. Let's see if they have a hot brown. Welton Street Cafe. Menu. Pates, burgers, sandwiches. They don't have a hot brown. Why is it included, you know? I think that it's like, oh, this serves Southern food. We'll include it, you know?
Yeah.
That's fascinating. So even in the top 10, it's number 7. They don't even have it on the menu. Let's see if Tupelo Honey has it on the menu. That's in Lodo. That's doable. Tupelo Honey. Menu. See, whenever they have a picture of the select location, Colorado, Denver. Select menu. I don't like this. I don't like that main menu. Sandwiches. Southern Chicken BLT.
Don't see it.
No. Where is the hot brown? I don't see it. I think we're getting screwed on this hot brown thing, right?
Yeah, but when you go back to the main menu, they highlight Kentucky Hot Brown on some, not this menu, the main one.
Oh, the Yelp reviews?
Yeah. They'll come down and they'll have Kentucky Hot. See that one right there, jelly of a Kentucky Hot Brown. See, that's actually in Julep Southern Table and Whiskey House. Well, it's in Larimer.
This is in Larimer Square. This is that place on the corner, you know? The trendy breakfast place. Right by your office. You've seen this logo before, haven't you?
I'm trying to visualize it.
It's next door from the Comedy Works.
Right there in the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 14th and Larimer.
Oh, see, they have a Molly hot brown. And it's French toast. And a poblano cheese sauce. So it's not like a traditional hot brown. See what I mean? It's like a Denver. But
I've never been there. I was in there that keeps changing hands.
Yeah.
The people come and go in there. I think it's pretty high rent.
Yeah, I bet you it is because it's prime real
Right
estate. Well,
in the
you know
middle.
what? I think this is less compelling content than our doing the bracket fight. So,
Yeah, let's move on.
so maybe we should just wrap up for the day because we did an hour and 5 minutes. But the bottom line is we have a goal. We're going to find Kentucky hot browns. We're going to eat them. We're going to film ourselves eating them. And we're going to show a review of us eating them on the podcast at some point in the near future, maybe next Wednesday. Sound good?
Maybe
So,
before we. Yep.
so,
But you and I both like Bagel and Lox.
yes. And I think one thing I like about it is that's also a 3-meal sandwich. You could have a bagel and lox for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't eat a
Before you
pulled.
do.
I couldn't wake up and at 6 in the morning eat a pulled pork sandwich and just go about my day like everything was okay.
That's right. That's right.
So
Well, here's a.
we've had some differences of opinion, but we actually
Mhm.
came to the same conclusion in the end.
That's right. That's pretty good.
The bagel and lox is the best sandwich, and if you disagree with us, you're wrong.
Well, you're not with us. Yeah, let's go back to the main screen.
Okay, this one. Oh, the us.
Yeah, we're done.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
So
great.
this has been fun. I like the bracket fights days.
It is fun. It is good.
Uh,
For now.
so that's our second bracket fight in the books. We solved all the world's problems by looking at various sandwiches. Who knows what we'll do next week? I think food is a hot ground because here's the thing about food. Everybody eats. So
Yeah.
your opinions on food, they're no more or less valid than anybody else's in this world. But you're allowed to hold them. And if we did fast food restaurants, it's a bracket fight. And you say,
That's
I
right.
think Burger King is much better than Popeyes. You're going to have people out there that say, you're crazy. I would say you're crazy. You know what I mean? But you're allowed to have that opinion because it's all subjective.
It's all subjective. That's right. And by the way, there's a song. Like you have a movie Tuesday song.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have a song that I sing, and I'll remember about food. You want to hear it?
Yes.
I'm in the mood for food simply because I'm hungry. Funny, but when I'm hungry, I'm in the mood for food.
Nice.
Like that?
I did like that. It's a
Shall we
parody
leave
song.
with that?
I
It's a
think
parody song.
I think we should leave with that. I'm queuing up the music. And we can take this opportunity to sign out. This has been another episode of the Sons of Sequoia podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts. If there's anything you'd like to add, do it now.
keep on talking, but listen more than you talk and try to understand what people are saying.
Sounds good to me. Bye.
Bye.